Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this video, we are going to be talking about why Sam Fisher is in Team Rainbow and how he's actually one of the most vital operators in the team. Now, this isn't a Sam Fisher backstory video. If you guys want to learn about Sam Fisher and everything he'd done before Team Rainbow, then there's actually a game franchise you can go play called Splinter Cell. A lot of people seem to not realize that Sam is an already existing character, so I'll quickly explain it for people who don't know. Sam Fisher is the lead protagonist of the other Tom Clancy game known as Splinter Cell, which is also made by Ubisoft. And that's why it was such a massive big deal for Sam Fisher to appear in Rainbow Six Siege, not only as just a small cameo, but actually a major player in the lore. So Sam actually joined Team Rainbow in 2020 whilst he was on the run from an unknown enemy. And going into this video, I didn't even know this, and heck, there's even an entire Splinter Cell game they could make between the last Splinter Cell game and then when Sam joins Team Rainbow. So in a way to give him cover, the leader of Team Rainbow, Harry Pandey, invited Sam Fisher to join Team Rainbow, giving him the alias Zero. Zero then became the first and only so far member of the Rainbow Operations staff. This means that in the lore, Sam Fisher isn't just on the same level as all the other operators in Rainbow Six Siege, he is actually above them, but not as high as Harry is in Team Rainbow, basically acting as Harry's right-hand man. Harry decided to use Sam Fisher's expertise to train all of the operators on Team Rainbow, and this is highlighted in his very first animated cinematic, which we can see him going into a training exercise with some of our favourite operators, and he even takes on a one-on-one fist fight against R6 and wins. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, at this time, Sam Fisher is 65 years old. He isn't a young man anymore. And so, it seems like he actually reached out to Finka while she was still in Team Rainbow to use her nanobot technology to help counteract his aging body. And a little fact between Finka and Sam as well, Sam actually worked with Finka's father when she was younger, and that was actually the first time when Sam and Finka met. So there's quite an interesting story there where Sam Fisher is seeing this young girl from years ago, she's now on the team which he is working with, to then see her leave for Nighthaven might be quite heartbreaking. Heck, we even do see in the Sisters in Arms cinematic, when the operators are leaving Team Rainbow, Sam is actually standing there in the background. He doesn't get any voice lines, he isn't very prominent in this animation, but he was there when Nighthaven split away. And it does make a lot of sense for Sam to be in Team Rainbow as well to help Harry, because let's be honest, Harry isn't a soldier. He's there to monitor their behaviors, how they act, how they, work together and stuff like that, the issues that they have with each other. Sam Fisher is there to make them work together physically as a team and be the best team that they can be. Now, we do know that Sam is a massive part when it comes to the Invitational training as well. I know on the surface, Invitational does kind of look quite gimmicky. It's like, why is there a crowd and everything like that? Why are they making this look like a sporting event? A lot of that is to kind of just build hype for the actual in-universe esports event, but there's actually a more grounded in-universe explanation, which we'll talk about in a different video. But the main purpose of the Invitational for Team Rainbow is to show that this team is still worth funding, they still can work together, these new operators are worth bringing in, and basically when he puts them in a competitive aspect, it shows that they can work together as a team to kind of win. And he actually goes in depth with a lot of interviews of the operators back in SI 2021. After Vigil took a 1v5 to a 1v1 and then lost to a thermite charge, Sam actually interviewed him, and you can see how Sam actually works with what the operators say to be that voice of reason, to be there to say, listen, you actually done good here, you didn't do good here, you need to drop this attitude. He isn't, he doesn't hold back, he knows what he's talking about. And here's what he actually had to say about Vigil.
That was your last chance to turn this thing around. Team Vigil is out. Talk about it.
We did our best. Team Ash did better.
You were the last man standing. You took out 4 of the 5 attackers by yourself.
And a thermite charge brought an end to that.
Are you taking this seriously, Vigil?
About as seriously as a game of cops and robbers.
You sure that's enough?
If I played like it wasn't a sim, there'd be a lot of blood on my hands. Figure we don't need that kind of red tape.
I know it's only a game, but it's as close to real as we can make it. Maybe you can improve your suspension of disbelief a little bit next season.
Be careful what you wish for.
Why's that?
Improving my suspension of disbelief might result in Muzzy being sent back to Australia in a box.
I can't tell if you're joking.
I rest my case.
And when we actually get to the SI cinematic for 2022, we do get to see Harry up in his, little office overlooking the kill house in the middle of the stadium. And of course, right beside him is Sam Fisher. And then after it's over, and after, the little kerfuffle between Ash and Callie happens, Sam Fisher actually realizes right there and then this little fight between them isn't over and it's probably going to escalate, which of course it does. Now, if you don't know the entire lore around these times, I have a massive lore video explaining everything. But after this, Ash really just doesn't trust Callie anymore. She brings on an operator known as Flores to actually actually keep tabs on Nighthaven and basically spy on them. By the time SI 2022 comes around, Sam Fisher actually interviewed all of the 4 brand new recruits, being Osa, Flores, Thunderbird, and Thorn. And in the one for Flores, we do know that Sam knows that Flores is spying on Nighthaven, and honestly, Sam actually wants to know more as well, as you can hear in this voice line.
That doesn't smell half bad. What's cooking?
It's called perico, meaning parrot.
You're cooking a parrot.
No. It's a Latin dish. Scrambled eggs, tomatoes, green onions, same colors as the bird. Mama always liked to add a little kick. You want some?
Thanks, but I'm more of a meat and potatoes guy.
You need to expand your horizons. You might like what you try.
Speaking of expanding horizons, how's your new assignment? It must be a big change from knocking off villas in Long Beach.
Well, it's not so different, to be honest. I get in, I get the job done, then I get out.
You're not worried that approach might be a little too simple against Nomad's team?
Sometimes a plan falls through and you have to get creative, but you need to stay sharp. That's why I came down here. Cooking keeps my hands busy and my mind focused.
Well, they do say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Everything is possible on a full stomach. Why are you here, by the way? I thought Harry asked all the questions.
This is off the books, Flores. I know you've been gathering intel on Cali for Ash.
Me? The lowly cook? You want me?
Do me a favor. Over the next few days, I need you to tell me if Nighthaven does anything out of the ordinary.
Like what?
Trust your instincts. You'll know it when you see it.
If you say so, Jefe.
Okay. I changed my mind. I'll have some of that parrot.
Eso.
And when he is also interviewing Osa, he does kinda get a bit aggressive talking about Nighthaven, which Osa really does not enjoy, especially when he was down talking Cali.
Lose something?
This guy. You shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
Sorry. Old habits.
Bad habits should be broken, regardless of their age.
That's some keen philosophy. Nighthaven sure knows how to pick 'em. Taking an evening stroll through R&D, I see?
What? Oh, yes, just reviewing the standard equipment. Knowing your gear is half the battle.
So your team's ready for the next match.
Can't say I speak for everyone. Kali is the captain, not me.
Okay. What about you then?
Normally, we train to counter insurgent groups that can barely hold an AK. Fighting teams of highly trained specialists, it's hard to calculate the outcome. So no, I'm not ready.
But the final match is tomorrow. Caveira's team won't make it easy.
I know. Hence the stroll to Mira's lab. I'm compiling data. I said calculating the outcome was hard, not impossible. I'll be ready tomorrow.
I can see why Cali values you. You never let the cracks show.
What cracks? You know my stuff is bulletproof.
I was asked here to aid in the simulation, to observe and report. You want to know what I see in you?
Go ahead.
You're a good soldier, but a lousy liar. And if Cali thinks that she can go on...
Stop. You don't know us. Say what you want about me, but if you insult her, you'll be observing and reporting my foot up your ass.
Yep. You'll be ready. Get some sleep, kid. You'll need it.
Now he also talks to Thunderbird, but this one is more operator relation related rather than Nighthaven, and we do get to learn about the relationship between Thunderbird, Zero, and Nook.
Thought I might find you here.
Well, you got a busted chopper collecting dust out here. You better believe you'd know where to find me. Hand me that torque wrench, would you?
That was one hell of a match. You've come a long way since you joined.
I honestly wasn't sure what to expect when I came here. But that was... awesome.
Care to elaborate?
Until today, my favorite sound in the world was a chopper engine firing up. The moan and groan of the blades catching momentum. But my team's voices, cutting through the chaos to coordinate and help each other, that was something else.
I guess we're not used to relying on someone else to get the job done, eh? We're never too old to learn new tricks. Take my word for it.
You said it. I'm used to flying solo, you know? It's been a learning experience. I have Nook to thank for bringing me up to speed.
You must have made an impression on her. She's not usually so forthcoming.
It's strange, but I feel like we understand each other. Forgiveness and healing come more easily when you drop the pretense and pleasantries. That stunt in the hangar prepared me for this tournament.
So you're saying you trust her on the field?
With my life.
Good. Trust in your comrades. I'll help you face what comes next.
And then the final interview he has with Thorn here is actually about Ella and Zofia, and of course they will both be the focal point of the next cinematic which comes out after this, basically asking Thorn's opinion because Thorn is actually training with Zofia, and basically Thorn's opinion on siblings, because we do know from Thorn's lore that when she was younger, her brother actually set fire to a stable, killing a prize-winning horse, and after that she basically cut ties with him and never seen him again.
Why don't you try lifting the heavy ones?
Spare me the ball busting, Fisher. Not in the mood. Don't know if you noticed, but we're losing.
You could easily turn it around. What's stopping you?
I'm not giving up. I'm just... recalibrating.
Winding up won't do you much good. Maybe you need to relax a bit before getting back out there.
This is me relaxing.
You look like you want to rip the roof off a truck.
I just might. Listen, thanks for checking in, but I'd really like to be left alone right now.
I'll be quick. With the changes ahead, I wanted to get your read on Ella and Zofia.
The sisters, yeah? What about them?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the first half felt like it was personal to them.
Trust me, when it comes to siblings, it's always personal.
So you think this is normal?
Yeah, about as normal as throwing 10 of the world's most highly trained soldiers into a pissing contest.
Top brass prefers to think of it as a heightened combat simulation. But I get your point.
Look, I'll say this. I've been training with Sophia. She's focused, serious. This isn't a game to her.
And Ella?
She's not on my team. But I can assume the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What's it to you?
Probably nothing.
Grey. I'll get back to it then. Oh, steer clear of the weights. Wouldn't want you to pull something.
Never change, Skiing.
And so what all these show is that Sam Fisher is the bridge kind of holding a lot of these operators together. With all his expertise, he can look at them and know what they are thinking, what their intentions probably are going to be. He even knew from Ash and Callie's first fight that Nighthaven probably weren't going to stick around and there was going to be some issues. And we do know that he actually did get his hands quite dirty when he worked under the Ghost Eye squad to infiltrate Nighthaven's base alongside Nook. And it does seem like Sam is loyal to Team Rainbow and will do what's necessary for the team. And we do know in the lore right now that Nighthaven are actually innocent. They didn't kill Yahata, so they aren't really an enemy to Team Rainbow now. Rather, it kind of just seems like they're a rival, kind of stay out of our way sort of thing. But maybe we're thinking of being on Nighthaven and Sam obviously having that deep personal relationship with her since she was a kid. And maybe when we finally find out who this hidden enemy is who actually did kill Yahata and was plotting against Nighthaven and Team Rainbow, they can all come together again and Sam can help mend those wounds between all the operators. And so guys, the purpose of Sam Fisher in Team Rainbow is to be there for basically all the operators, to be their voice of reason, to criticize them, to help train them physically. But the way he actually stumbled into Team Rainbow is very mysterious, and it does seem like that is a story for another time, which hopefully Ubisoft explains. Maybe that being through a new game. But for now, it seems like Sam Fisher is here to stay in Team Rainbow, and I am definitely not opposed to that. So guys, be sure to let me know your thoughts. Do you like Sam Fisher in Rainbow Six Siege? I personally absolutely adore him in this game, and I cannot wait to see more about him. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Have an incredible rest of your day. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.